Hello, my friends. It's Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth. How are you? It is, I think it's Thursday, February 6th, 2020. I'm on my way to LA and I wanted to make a quick update video today. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm having a lot of ambivalence about the YouTube thing right now. YouTube, social media, all the things. And it's weird. So I'm up in the air, but I said I was going to come back every week and report. I want to do that. I do want to chronicle my plastics journey. And, I really appreciate it when people like recently, Perforce has made videos all the way along, but I appreciate her videos. I appreciate Esther. I appreciate when Phil shows up with a video every now and then. I appreciate these people who, Phil's surgery is before mine, but Perforce and Esther are since mine. However, there just aren't enough people talking about the stuff that's going on many years post weight loss surgery. So I'm gonna try to keep this commitment up as long as I can. So my stats, my starting weight was blah blah blah. Let's put it this way, I've kept off 160 pounds basically for about 5 years. I'm coming up on the 6th year anniversary of my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. But the numbers that I'm interested in tracking is my weight lost since the beginning of the year, where I decided to get serious because I'm having plastics. So basically since the beginning of the year, like January 1st, I am down 10 pounds, 3 inches on my waist, and 3 inches on my waist, 5 inches around my stomach. So around my belly button. And so I am now at 238, and I started back up at 248 in January. My lowest weight was 198 pounds for a hot second, but I had maintained around, I think my happy place, I would be ecstatic to get back to this weight before plastics, of between 208 and 212. So I'm making very solid progress. So that's not why I'm feeling ambivalent about YouTube and social media. I don't know what it is. I just don't know. But that's the truth. So last week I came to you guys. I got to keep an eye on time because I have a conference call at noon. But last week I came to you guys talking about weight loss surgery revision. That sounded really exciting for a hot minute when it looked like a possibility. And I did get my hopes up. And I did think, oh, look, this is not, like I said, not an easy way out, but an easier way out to get back down to that 200-pound mark, which I am fine at that weight, and particularly after plastics. I think I look good and healthy and strong, and I'm never gonna weigh 140 pounds at this point, I don't think. But I had a quick touch base with Dr. Weiner about it before I went to see the bariatric surgeon here at Kaiser, and he said, I don't think it's a bad idea for you because you can get off it between another 40 and 60 pounds and it'll give you some staying power. So I went to see the surgeon, and basically he said, when you had your surgery, we did sort of look at it like we could do VSG and then we could move on to a revision if you didn't lose the weight. That was sort of how we looked at it. Over the past, 6 years, we've sort of changed our thoughts on that based on the research around Kaiser's patients, which is Kaiser patients who have revision surgery typically maintain 3 years out a 10-pound weight loss, and there are 10 times the rates of complication. I certainly do not want 10 times the rate of complications for a 10-pound loss. I personally think my loss would be, I am far, as he said, I am far above average in my results for VSG and for maintenance this far out. So I don't think I would be their average patient, but still, when you think about it that way, it's ridiculous. But what he said to me, and it's so funny because the advice he gave me was very different than what their PA had given me a couple of days before, but I wasn't thinking that what she was telling me was right anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But what he said was, because I said, I feel like I am relatively on track. Well, guess what? I wasn't. And what he said was, if you are eating 1,200 calories and you are working out the way you say you do, you are going to lose weight. Well, guess what? He was right. So I'm eating basically 1,200 calories. I'm tracking everything in MyFitnessPal. This has been like a week. I've lost more than half of that 10 pounds in this last week. My restriction is back with a huge vengeance. Huge vengeance. I mean, it's crazy. So, yeah. So that's what I'm doing, and it's working. And I'm just gonna move forward with that. And the financing stuff for my plastics keeps getting deferred a little bit, but I'm hoping that within the next couple weeks that will be locked in. I will go see Dr. Katzen. I will find out what's the weight he would prefer me to be at, because I'm sure it's, the lower I can be, the better it's going to be. And we'll schedule it. I'm assuming now, based on when he was scheduling at the beginning of the year, that we're probably looking at May or June. And I may push it to June because I may want to go back to Bogota first for my niece's first birthday. So that's what's going on there. What else is going on? So I have taken a break from working out with my trainer because, and I think I said this last time, I was just getting in such a fucked up headspace about not wanting to get up early and not showing up, and I was just beating up on myself. So now I am walk running. Right now we're at 2 miles every morning with the dog, and it's been awesome. It's been awesome to just wake up and go straight and do that. I am very competitive, and my stepdaughter and I are in weekly competitions with our new Apple Watches that we received, and I am just much more aware of movement. Here's the other thing I decided to do. I decided to go back to therapy. I don't think that I would have ever even have had weight loss surgery had I not had very extensive therapy. I was in psychoanalysis for a year, which means you're going 4 days a week, and was in ongoing therapy with that therapist for probably like 5 years. The glitch, I've been wanting to go back for a while, but the glitch is I stopped seeing her several years ago, and in the interim, my son wanted a new therapist, and he felt comfortable going to her. So my son is seeing my old therapist, which means that I cannot see her, which has made me a little ambivalent about the whole thing, because I feel like I'd seen a lot of therapists, and my work with her was the only therapy that actually got through my thick head to change some things. But I reached out to her yesterday. I got a referral, and I'm going to see. I have an initial consultation with that person in a week, and I think I am just at a point. So many things I've dealt with, and now I'm seeing like my sort of avoidant tendencies that keep relationships and people at bay a little bit, and I'm ready to work on those things because I truly don't believe. Yes, there are things that are about the other person, and I'm not just talking about romantic relationships. It's one piece of it, but you can always find this part. I'm talking about romantic relationships is, you can blame everything on the other person, but we choose based on wounds that we have that we haven't dealt with, and we choose people who, like in my space, aren't really capable of true intimacy and relationship, because that feels safe, and that's where we are also. So I'm ready to just work on myself as it relates to that. So that's where I'm at. That's what's going on. I'm very excited to be down 10 pounds and 8 inches in a month. I didn't measure all the other things. I just thought about it that I was going to make a video today, so I should just measure the big ones. I can absolutely feel a difference in my body and how I feel and all the things already. Yet these pants were still tight as fuck this morning. All right, my loves, I will talk to you next week.